Hi there, welcome back to Travelling Tonka and welcome to this day trip from Foz do Iguaçu, Brazil into Paraguay. I wasn't initially going to post this for you guys, but as it was quite a unique trip, I thought I'd put it up. Unfortunately, the weather was absolutely horrendous. I mean, torrential downpour. It probably doesn't show quite on there, but it really was. So I've got limited footage, but I thought I'd put it for you so you can see what you can expect if you're in Foz do Iguaçu and this trip that you can do into Paraguay. So where we are now is at one of the world's biggest hydroelectric dams. I mean, you can see all the way in the distance there. That's part of it. This is part of it here. We had a tour of it. It was a really interesting thing to do on this trip. Like I say, just unfortunately it was so heavy raining that we only got to experience bits like this because we couldn't really get out anywhere or anything like that. But it was very interesting and definitely worthwhile visiting. This was the first place we visited. This was very early in the morning because we had to get up early to cross the Friendship Bridge and pass immigration from Brazil to Paraguay as it gets very busy. So our tour guide got us up early to do that, so there was less waiting time at the border. So the city you actually cross into is Ciudad del Este, which is the second biggest city in Paraguay. Then this will be the next point that you come to, which is called the Tres Fronteras from the Paraguay side. So beautiful picture of the Paraguayan flag flying there, which is unusual, but obviously because the weather was so bad, it was up and flying. But when you get down to the bottom here, this is a point where Brazil, Argentina and Paraguay all meet. You have the Iguaçu River straight in front of you down there. You can see it where it separates, and this is joined by the Panama River. If you look closer, you can see the different colours of the water. So on the right hand corner there is Argentina. You can't quite see their unit or their flag from here, and then on the left hand side of that river break is the Brazil bit. There's not much on the Paraguayan side. It literally is just a viewpoint. Then we come to this next waterfall, which is not as visited as the Brazilian or Argentinian sides of the Iguaçu falls, but this is still part of it and it's still very impressive in its own right. And it's nice because you can get so close to this one, and I'll show you in a second when you get down the bottom how close you can get to it. This is called the Saltos del Monday if you wanted to check that out, and it was only about £12 to get in. Again, we were also told that you had to pay in cash when you get there, but they accept card as well, so it's not an issue. The only thing is there is a drink stall up here where you can get some local food as well, which we tried some of the local Paraguayan food and had a drink. That is cash only there. As this video is pretty short, I thought I'll just explain what else you can get on the tour that I didn't actually record. So Ciudad del Este has a really big shopping centre and it's really cheap, so they take you around that as well. You get a couple of hours in there if you want. It's huge. It's where all the people from the Brazil side come over to get a lot of electronics and things like that because it is much cheaper. Also, just to let you know, you'll probably spend an hour and a half at the hydroelectric dam, probably an hour and a half here at Saltos del Monday, and you probably only use 30 minutes at the Tres Fronteras as well. So just to give you an idea of how many hours you'll need for that part of it. We return into Foz do Iguaçu probably after about 5 or 6 hours I think it was, but that's also to beat the traffic because it gets bad trying to get back across. So he tries to time it so that we're not waiting in traffic at the border control for so long. So on returning to Foz do Iguaçu, you will also go around this beautiful Catholic church which you can go into. It's absolutely stunning. We were really impressed with that. And we also got taken to a really big mosque as well. So it's nice to go around that area and see different cultures and how everyone lives as well, because most people just come to visit the Iguaçu Falls, but we didn't actually get to explore much of Foz do Iguaçu, so it's nice to have a tour around there and get shown these areas. As you're seeing now, we are just coming down in a lift and it allows you to get right down to this waterfall. So I mean literally right next to it. It's probably the closest we've been to any of the waterfalls of this sort of magnitude so far, so that was really good as well. I know I've said this in the other videos about the falls, but it is so nice to get down right next to it. I mean look at that, you can just see how powerful bottom of that waterfall is. So yeah, it's lovely to actually get the chance to get right down to it. As much as this is a more modest waterfall, it was still really a good one to come and visit. So if you happen to be in Foz do Iguaçu or Puerto Iguaçu to visit the falls from that side, don't miss the opportunity to visit another country and come over and experience Paraguay for the day. I mean, you wouldn't need any longer than that, but it's still nice to be able to see another side and another part of South America. Like I said, the weather was absolutely terrible this day, but if the weather was beautiful and sunny, this would be a really, really enjoyable trip. We made the best of what we could with what we had, and this is all I can show you, unfortunately, but I would definitely encourage you to do it. So thanks again once more for coming back and checking out my videos. There's plenty more to come, and there'll definitely be more from the South American side. So that's it for now, and I will see you soon.